"She's lying," was a sharp response directed at a Labour MP during a live television segment after she faced a tough line of questioning about a recent disaster. The intense grilling caught her off guard, prompting immediate reactions from both the host and the audience. This confrontation not only underscored the scrutiny politicians face, but also sparked further conversation about accountability and transparency in government responses to crises.
Whitehall's spy unit has reportedly been used by the government to target social media posts criticising migrant hotels and two-tier policing.
Well, according to the Telegraph newspaper, emails obtained by a US committee reveal that civil servants raised concerns with social media platforms, warning that certain posts contained concerning narratives.
The reports have sparked accusations of state censorship, something the Home Office strenuously denies.
Well, meanwhile, the number of foreign-born prisoners in England and Wales is now higher than at any point since 2013, accounting for 1 in 8 of the total prison population.
Let's cross to Westminster. We can talk to the Home Office Minister, Diana Johnson. Good morning to you. It's lovely to see you this morning. What can you tell us about, well, not only this, the Telegraph claims that there's this sort of Whitehall spy group looking at our tweets and what have you, but also we know the Home Office itself announced last week it was setting up this elite police force to look at anti-immigration tweets. Are we having our free speech monitored?
No, we're not having our free speech monitored at all. And it's absolutely right that people can express their views within the law on social media. What I would say is that the police, and particularly last autumn when we had the disorder in August actually, it was absolutely right that the police should be looking and monitoring what was being put onto social media in terms of organisation of riots and have that information to allow them then to plan what they needed to provide in terms of protecting the public. So that's what that's about. Can I also just say the story in the Telegraph, my understanding is that unit that's referred to was actually set up under the previous government, and also that no officials have ever asked for anything to be taken down in terms of expressing a sentiment about immigration or hotels.
But we are hearing, it does make people very uncomfortable, that civil servants and officials working for Peter Carr, the Technology Secretary, have flagged videos with concerning narratives to social media giants. So who decides what is and what isn't a concerning narrative?
Well, obviously there are issues around incitement, and if there are criminal offences being committed, that's obviously a matter then for the police, but also for social media companies to take down that type of content. But in terms, again, of free speech, of people being able to express their views freely, that's a very important part of our democracy. It's not something that I recognise as being impeded by the actions that the police, who I have some knowledge of, are taking in terms of keeping us safe and monitoring social media for anything that might be moving towards rioting or disorder in the way we saw last summer.
You see, what strikes me with all of this, and I'm more interested in a sense in the elite police unit that the Home Office announced last week when it comes to these sort of issues, is what you want to talk about today is the fact that there's been this Plan for Change initiative involving police and communities hit by knife crime, and the fact it has seen a reduction in knife crime and people being threatened by knives, which is brilliant news. Yep. It's a plague in this country. It's really, really positive that action is being taken with this. But I can't help but look at this and go, well, if this is being driven by working with the police, why are we taking police from all over the country to set up an elite force to look at tweets?
No, I don't think that's an accurate reflection of what's happening. If you recall last summer, one of the issues was about the use of social media in terms of that disorder, and the fact that the police were monitoring what was going on, the call to attend at certain places, and then there was disorder that resulted because of that. What came out of the review of what happened last summer was that we need to be smarter about using social media to identify where problems patterns are developing, and that's what this new unit is about. It's about having a more coordinated response for police forces to understand where communities may be being put in danger because of organisation around riots and violent disorder. That's what it's about. It's certainly not about monitoring or looking at free speech and people